Good morning. Here's our garden update for Tuesday, June 2nd. These tomatoes are really growing, the beans. I'm starting to get some little baby tomatoes. I'll show you right here. Look at that. There they are. Right there. And there's probably more in here. I just haven't seen them yet. Flowers. There's all kinds of stuff going in there. Lots and lots of flowers. This is doing really good. And here's the peas. Let me get around here where you can see a little better. We've been eating these peas for a while now. Dave really likes them in the salads. There's just lots and lots and lots of pea pods. And more flowers. Those sugar snap peas. Looking beautiful. The carrots are not ready to harvest yet, but they're coming along. And there's the nasturtium. And the next round of these radishes. And this is where I accidentally dropped a whole seed pack of bok choy. So we're going to have a lot of bok choy. And those are the marigolds. I've cut them back so they'll bush out a little bit more. The peppers. This one got broken, but it's coming back. It's got something eating it. Not sure what. Let's look into that. I'm trying to be more organic gardening and not use pesticides. So lots and lots of peppers trying to come on here. There's one back there. There's one of those. This is a Jimmy Nardello sweet pepper. There's just lots and lots of little baby peppers. There's some more. The Jimmy Nardellos. And then some. Ooh, look at that. These are jalapenos. There's a big jalapeno getting there. Not quite done, but these are really starting to produce. Haven't gotten any beans. Not sure. I think I might have them a little too rich a soil that's preventing them from wanting to go make beans. But when they do, I think it's going to be pretty interesting to see how many we get. Oops. Sometimes those birds land on here and break some of the branches every now and then. But it made it clear to the top and back down again. And those guys made it to the top. The peas did really well. The onions and leeks are growing. Not quite ready. We did pull one of the bunching onions and had some of that. It wasn't quite into full size yet, but the greens are good. They taste really good. Here we have our squash. The problem with the squash is I'm not getting enough fertilization of my flowers. Like this is a male flower, but the female flower is already gone. It's 2 male flowers, and then there's a couple female flowers getting ready to come. If the timing works out today, I might be able to hand pollinate. Just don't have enough going yet. But hopefully they will. Here's some baby ones I didn't have room for, and a sage plant that I haven't planted yet. But over here, this is all the okra and sunflowers and radishes. And I planted some spinach that is kind of maybe coming up, but maybe not. Not really seeing it. lots of sunflowers and all that okra. I kind of alternated okra and sunflowers. And then on the back is all yellow and green zucchinis alternating. So my herb garden's doing really good. Look at that basil's coming up really nice. The thyme is really coming along. I gave it all a haircut. There's my cilantro, the dill, asparagus, flat parsley, and this is the rosemary. They're all doing really good. Very proud of that. Here's some Arkansas little leaf spinach or cucumbers. Oops, there's a weed. Let me get that out. Some grass coming from underneath. Yeah, there's lots of flowers, but so far I haven't seen any little cucumbers. So we're a little early yet. Still needs to grow some more. So I come out here in the morning and pick the weeds. Like that is a weed. I don't know what it was. But this is doing really good. Those zucchinis, I started them all in that pot right there, that long skinny one, in the house under the grow lights, and then potted them up into here. Actually, I potted them up into those little 6-packs and then put them in here. There's two plants in each hole, which is pretty thick, but we have a lot of problems with squash bugs, so we have to, and the vine borers, those will kill them so fast that you'll be glad you have too many, because you will end up with just a few. And especially if you don't use a lot of pesticides, which the pesticides will interfere with the pollination, so that's a problem. It looks pretty good. Coming along, and then we added this little bed here at the end, so I need more space. And this is watermelon, California sweet watermelons I planted from M.I. Gardner, and those should be, I planted them on the middle of May, so it's been about 2.5 weeks. They're coming along. They just were really tiny, just 2 leaves when I put them in here, but I just wanted to give them a chance to get going. Those should be ready in August or September probably. And there's more sweet red peppers that I started in this pot. I just put the seeds in that pot under the grow light to start it. And now they're still in the pots because they're not quite big enough. And then when they get a little bigger, I will probably put them in here where there's a little couple spots that I'm not happy with these Brussels sprouts and how they're not producing. Like this one never did do anything. That one has them on there, but they're so tiny and they don't grow. So I'm not really sure if it's because the temperature's either too hot, too cold, or not enough of something. But then I also had bok choy in here, and I also put in some other, I don't even know what this is. I forgot what I put there, but I planted a row of them, whatever they are. Something. But like me, you can't remember what it was. So that's how it goes sometimes. But I did plant some basil, so hopefully some basil will come up. Maybe that's basil. Doesn't look like it, but sometimes you just don't know what you got, what you did. If you don't write it down or video it, you'll forget what you did. So there's the garden update for today. Lots of nasturtium flowers. They are just beautiful. Look at that. Look at those. Those are gorgeous. All kinds of them coming in here. They're beautiful. So the lettuce has been really good. Dave's been eating salads made of the lettuce and the peas. And we used up all the spinach for salads. These are the collard greens. They're starting to get bigger. Still pretty small, but they're getting there. And again, my zucchinis, which are just beautiful. And the orange nasturtiums over here. Very pretty. So that's the garden, pretty much. I planted flowers over here. Oh, this is a little platform. A guy was taken and thrown away at the dumpster and across the street, and I asked him to bring it here instead, and he did. And It was a headboard he made for a bed, but I'm using it for a little bridge and a little deck, which I feed the birds and squirrels out here. Well, they just about cleaned me out here. They got just the shells. Look at that. They leave the shells in the blade. It's pretty nice. And then zinnias and marigolds in here. I have my mint, my palm, and my fern over here too. So it's all looking pretty good. And that's the update for this week. Not as much as I'd hoped to have on the line, but it won't be long. Put the bird bath in there, and that lights up at night. It's very, very pretty. I like it. I'll have to get some night shots and put those on Facebook. So that's the big deal of the day. Until next time, talk to you later.